Now my Kevin Smith story. All right, here's the situation. I wrote a movie script. You remember back in the day, okay?
Mm-hmm. I don't remember, but okay.
Okay, I did with my friend. You know what it was called?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? No?
No.
Okay, take a guess.
I have no idea.
You do, actually.
I don't.
Okay. It was called The Young Turk. I know, very original.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
See? No, it's true. I'm unbearable in a lot of ways. No, what I was trying to do was build a brand name. So that's why everything was named Young Turk, Young Turks, whatever the fuck, right? So we're from New Jersey. My dad actually managed the Red Bank Mini Mall, where Kevin Smith grew up and has an office right next to the Red Bank Mini Mall in Red Bank, very close to us. And he's a movie maker. And I figured, yeah, Kevin Smith, me, yeah, right? But before we even get to the movie script, I was trying to get celebrities on my public access show in D.C.
Right.
Okay? So I got Eleanor Clift. She was the first celebrity I ever got from Newsweek.
Right.
Okay, she came into the studio. And then I got this really hot local news anchor from D.C. And she came in, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then I think we kind of went on a date, but I wasn't sure. Like, I was so scared and not confident that I was like, there's no way this news anchor wants to go on a date with me. But I think she did, and I think I fucked it up. I think I should have been more aggressive.
Right.
Anyway, and then I got Kevin Smith. And I was like, oh, you're from New Jersey. I'm from New Jersey. I'm writing a movie script. You're a script writer. Can you come on my show? Right? And he's like, okay, I'll come on the show. And I've been plugging in, and I'm going crazy. This is the first real celebrity I have, and I tell everybody, oh, Kevin Smith is coming, for like a month, right? And then we call him live on that night, nothing. He's not there. He doesn't call us. We call him, nothing.
Aww.
I was so disappointed. Oh, little Cenk doing public access show. We got Kevin Smith, and the son of a bitch didn't even show up.
Aww.
And I thought, this haughty son of a bitch, oh, Mr. Big Shot, movie guy, can't bother to show up to one thing that he promised, right? For a fellow New Jersey guy, right? So I said, that's it, call him back on his answering machine, right? And then live on the air, I left him a message. You suck, screw you, Jablowski, right?
Oh, jeez.
Okay. The next morning, I didn't have my cell phone on me, okay, because I went to stay at my girlfriend's house that night. And the next afternoon, I finally get my cell phone, and there's a message on there. I was like, oh. And it's Kevin Smith.
What did he say?
And he's like, hey, dickwad, I thought it was 7 a.m., and I got up at 7 in the morning on Saturday instead of 7 p.m. the night before on Friday night. And so I get up at 7 in the morning, I come into the office, and I get this answering machine message from you. He's like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be coming back up.
Oh.
I was like, oopsie doopsie. Okay. Totally screwed up. And that happens.
Right.
When you're booking folks, that kind of miscommunication happens all the time.
It does, yeah.
And then I called him back and I left a message. Well, okay. Well, that's not okay, but. And so, didn't happen. And so he hated me. And look, I understood the miscommunication, but at the same time, would he have screwed that up if it was Good Morning America?
I immediately regret this decision.
I think I gotta say it's mainly my bad, okay? At this point, it's mainly my bad. Now, at the same time, if it was CNN, he wouldn't have gotten Friday night and Saturday morning mixed up. But on the other hand, I'm not fucking CNN. I'm a public access guy, and I should get lucky that I got him for as much as I got, right? But I just was so disappointed that after I promised everybody that he didn't show up. Okay, anyway. But then he took it a step further. Okay, and this is my theory, and I don't know this for a fact, but he runs a lot of pranks, right?
Right.
He then calls my house in New Jersey when I'm there, okay, I don't know, a couple of weeks later, a month later, something along those lines, and he gets my mom on the line, and he's like, hi, this is Warren Littlefield from NBC. Warren Littlefield is the guy who ran NBC back then,
right.
Okay? We wanted to speak to Cenk about giving him a TV show, right?
Oh.
I was like, and my mom was like, oh my God, right? And then I came home. She's like, this guy from NBC called. I don't know, Warren Little something, or something. She messed up the name. I'm like, Warren Littlefield? She's like, yeah, that's it. And I'm like, the head of NBC called about it? And then you don't know. I don't know it's Kevin Smith. That's the furthest thing from my mind, right? So you can't help but get a little excited. It's absurd. Warren Littlefield's not going to call your house. That's insane, right? But I had sent something to NBC at some point, so I thought maybe, right? And then I realized, of course, it wasn't it. And I think it was Kevin Smith doing a prank that he does.
Aww.
But, it wasn't cool because my mom still believes that Warren Littlefield called. She was really jazzed about it, and she thought, that's it. I knew it. I read it in a coffee cup, and it was going to be,
my God.
You know how they are. And, so then I think it's more bad on Kevin Smith's part.
Right.
Right. So then I was pissed at Kevin Smith.
Hold on. Before you continue, who's Kevin Smith?